Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below, and also make sure that you hit that little subscribe button that be chilling right there, just waiting on y'all to click it, click, like that's it. And also don't forget to follow me on my social media platforms, on Instagram and Twitter and on Snapchat, and I'll leave it like right there or right here, and all that stuff I'll leave in the description box too. So today I got a story for y'all. Yeah, I got a story. So as you can tell by the title, this is the first time I got fired. Yo, I promise it wasn't my fault. So let me just jump right on into the story. So when I came home this summer and I automatically knew that I wanted to work, obviously, and I kind of wanted to have two jobs as well. So I have a couple friends that work at the summer camp. I'm not gonna say no names of summer camp or the boss or nothing like that, because I don't want nobody coming at me sideways about it. But anyways, so I have a couple friends that work at the summer camp. Now the summer camp is only for 1 month, and that's the month of June. So I was like, alright, I could work for the month and then still have a second job, so that after the month is over, I have something else to fall back on, you know? Alright, so I talked to my friends and they got me like an interview, and the boss emailed me saying, hey, send in your resume and I'll call you and we'll do like an over phone interview and then blah blah. So she called me and we did our phone interview, and you know, everything was good, and then she asked me about like my other plans for the summer. So I was like, alright, right off the jump, I'm gonna let her know that I plan on getting a second job, so that it won't come to her as a surprise when I do get the second job. And then when I told her, she was like, yeah, that's fine, I understand. A lot of people here has a second job because the camp only lasts 1 month. She's like, that's reasonable, that's fine, we could work with your schedule, like it's no big deal. So alright, bet, that's cool. So after the phone interview, I had to go in for a face-to-face interview. So I went in for the face-to-face interview. She kind of asked me some of the same questions she did over the phone, except like more in-depth, and like it's a Christian school. So it's a Christian school, just keep that in mind. So so then she asked me again about like, so you said you plan on getting a second job, and I was like, yeah, I do. I have a couple more interviews, and I could like work mornings at the summer camp and work afternoons at, you know, the other job that I planned to get. You know, that was the idea. She's like, yeah, that's fine. We have like 3 different shifts or something like that. Like mornings, I guess, middle of the days, and like afternoon, like evenings or whatever. So like I got hired right then and there, and like my schedule for like the whole summer was like 8 to 12, so 8 in the morning till 12 in the afternoon. And after 12 o'clock, like I could like go work my second job that I was speaking into existence. Like I knew in my head, like I'm getting a second job, like it doesn't matter, like I'm getting another job. So that was good, everything was Gucci, you know, whatever. And then I had an interview for another place, and with this place, once you get your interview, you basically have the job. So I had to go back to the camp, the school, to do like some paperwork and like, you know, your I-9s and all this other stuff. And then she asked me like, how am I doing with my job searching, like have I like found anything else, like, you know, how's it going. Like she was really genuine, like I was like, alright, this lady's really make sure that I'm like getting what I need, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I have an interview for this place, and she's like, oh yeah, like once you have the interview for there, you basically guarantee the job. And I was like, yeah, basically. So I'm like really excited, blah 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 blah. She's like, yeah, I'm happy for you that you like found your second job, blah blah. At least when the camp's over, you have something else to fall back on. Literally, this whole process, this lady was good, no problem. Never had a problem. So after my actually the interview for the second place took like the entire day, because once you get hired, you like go through like scheduling your orientation and doing a whole crap ton of paperwork and like doing background checks. I do everything in 1 day. So my orientation days were scheduled for my first option for the training days. No, my first option for the orientation days at the second job was during the same week as training for the summer camp. And I didn't want to overlap the two because no way they were going to work, because the orientations and the training days were all like 8 to 6, or like 9 to 5. Like it would have been too much in 1 week and it would overlap. So at the second job, I told her like, can I schedule my orientation for like the week after that, so that I could focus on training for my first job and then focus on orientation for a second job. She had no problem. She's like, yeah, that's fine, just make sure you get your rotation out of the way, because if you don't get it done fast enough, then you might lose your spot. But that's fine. So So this would mean that for the first job, it was training, and a week after that, the camp starts. So this would mean that I'd miss a couple days out of the first week of camp to do orientation for the second job. So I called my boss at the time, and I talked to her on the phone, and then tell her, hey, for the first week of camp, I'm gonna miss a couple of days because I have orientation for the second job I told you about. And then like automatically she kind of had like her whole attitude changed. Like first she was like, hey, like how you doing, Hair Nae, blah blah, nice to hear from you, like how's everything going, it's your second job, blah blah. Like she was all on board. And then I said, oh, like I need like a couple days off of like the first week of camp for orientation for the second job. Her literally, I could like feel her vibe like through the phone change. It kind of like slapped me in the face like, yo, brand new, whole different person I was talking to on the phone. So then she was like, what do you mean? I was like, it was either I scheduled orientation during the first week of our training, or I did my orientation after our training and then missed a couple days of camp. I figured it'd be smarter to miss first days of like a couple days out of camp than to miss my training days. So I actually need those training days, or else I can't work the camp. And then she was just like, oh, well, so I don't know how that's gonna work. Like, it's either you're available the entire week or you don't come at all. And I was just like, I only need like 2 days. Camp is 5 days. I'm not missing 4 days out of the 5. I'm only missing like 2 days or 3 days, one of the two. And then she was just like, yeah, well, I don't really know, because I don't really like doing partial weeks. I either do like entire weeks, or like you're unavailable for the like, it's either you're there the entire week Monday through Friday, or you get no days that whole week. And I'm just like, okay, well, if you have to take me on schedule for the first week of camp, then that's fine. I'll just come the second week of camp. And then she was like, yeah, well, I'm not really sure about that. And I'm just like, I'm on the phone like, what are you saying? She was like, I don't know if I can work with your availability. And then she was like, there's a lot of people fighting for hours right now, and if I could give people who are available more and more hours, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm just like, so I was like, are you telling me like you're gonna take the job away from me? And then she was like, I'm not sure yet. I have to see how I feel once I make the schedule for the rest of the month of camp. And I was like, okay, so when will I know if I'm gonna get hours the second, like after the first week or not? She's like, oh, you'll see it on this thing that we use for scheduling. She's like, you'll see it on the website or on the schedule thingy, whatever it's called. And I was like, okay. Then she asked me again. She was like, is this gonna affect your availability for the whole camp, for the whole month? And I was like, no, I only need like 2-3 days off during the first week of camp, and after that I'm available like my original availability that I gave you. I was like, this is only for the first week. This isn't like a normal thing where I'm going to need 3 days off every week, or like 2 days off. I only need it for the first week, and after that everything's normal, like I'm good. She's like, oh, well, I'll see how I feel. I was like, how you feel? What are you saying? I was just like, okay. And then she was like, yeah, so just be on the lookout for the schedule to come up later on. I don't know, I think she said like, it was like 2 days after that, something like that. And I was like, okay, well, I almost said her name. I was like, okay, such and such, well, just make sure you understand it's only for the first week. This isn't the entire camp thing. Like, I'm available to work my availability after the first week. And I told you from the beginning I was getting a second job, so I don't know why it's a problem now. It's like, yeah, well, I don't know. I just don't like having to, well, I was like, okay, like, enough said. Like, literally, I was like, okay, bitch, like, you can hang up. I haven't to say to you. So I bye, and I was like, bye, and I hung up. So, I was with my mom, like, I don't know, I was helping her do something for her school. And then, when I was like, Mom, I low-key think I just lost a job at the summer camp. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, so I told her, like, what I just told y'all, the phone call that I just had. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah, so, don't be surprised if I hit you with that I lost the summer camp job, like, whatever. So then, after the phone call, I texted my best friend, because she's, like, the person who helped me, like, get, like, the interview and stuff, because she works there. And I was like, hey, yo, Gretchen, I don't care, Gretchen, it's Gretchen. It's like, hey, yo, Gretchen, so I just talked to our boss, and she told me this is that. She was like, oh, well, yeah, she was like, oh my gosh, I hope she, like, doesn't fire you, blah, 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 because, like, all of us are supposed to work together for summer. It's like, it's one of those, like, corny best friend goals where all of us are working together, like, our whole squad is going to be there type thing. But anyways, so later on that day, well, later, like, probably like a day later or so, I got the email saying that the schedules are out. I'm like, alright, bet, let me go check the schedule. Check the schedule for the first week of camp. I was off the whole week. She took me off for that entire week. was like, okay, she low-key told me she was gonna do that anyways. I was like, okay, well, check the next week. I'm not on the schedule. I was like, oh wow, that kind of hurt. Check the third week. Oh, my name still ain't nowhere to be seen on the schedule. Like, nowhere. No Hair Nae coming on there at all. So, okay, bet. Check the fourth week. I don't know why I kept checking. I should have known after the second week that I had got fired. Like, I knew she had, like, fired me. So, I checked fourth week. Wasn't there. So, wasn't there at all. So then, like, literally right after I checked the schedule, I got a message from her, like, a text, like, literally, it's so, like, unprofessional. Like, it was... She was like, hey, Hair Nae, I'm sorry that I had to take you off the schedule for the entire camp. So I just said I couldn't work with your availability, and people are fighting for hours, so I had to give hours to people that are actually more available, and well, like a whole paragraph of like BS, and I was just like, and then she asked me, she was like, well, if you're interested in working for us next summer, then make sure you let me know by January. What? No. Lady, you just fired me. Why would I want to apply again next summer? What? I was so confused. And she's like, I hope you have a good summer. And I was like, yo, when I tell you it was God who started typing for me, because it wasn't Hair Nae, because Hair Nae was typing. If I was typing, yeah, if I was typing, that wouldn't. So I was just like, I don't even know. I don't remember what I said, because like I said, it wasn't me typing, because what I said wasn't me. I wouldn't have said that. That was God. That was God was looking out for her. I probably said, well, God probably made me say. God said, it's fine. Thank you. I understand. I think that's what I said. I think that's what God said. I ain't say it. When I typed that message so blank-mindedly, I was just like, I can't even say it. I probably said, thank you, I understand. I said, it's fine. No, I said, it's fine, thank you. That's all I said. That's what was said. And then right after that, she like deleted me like off the group, off of the account thingy. Like, I was a ghost. Like, I was gone. Like, I was like, well, damn, that was fast. You didn't hesitate. So then, Gretchen texted me, and she was just like, I'm trying to say her name. It's like, did our boss just fire you? It's like, yeah, the bitch fired me. What else? And then, yeah. Gretchen was like, are you freaking serious? And I was like, dead ass. Like, I just got fired. I got fired before I even got a chance to work. Like, because this was probably like a week or so, probably 2 weeks before the camp started. Like 2 weeks before we started training, like all this happened. Like, Joanna, she didn't have a note. It's not like I told her the week of training that I was gonna miss the first week. It's probably like 2 weeks in advance, like as soon as I got home type thing. Like, but yeah, she fired me before I even started working. Before I even made a dime off of her ass, she fired me. That was my first time getting fired, guys. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my story time about my first time getting fired before I was really hired. I mean, I guess I was hired if I got fired. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you had any experiences of you getting fired, because look, I know we all be having some low-key stories about us. Everybody, I'm sure, goes through it at least once. And if you never have, then God bless. But I don't even really count this as being fired. Someone asked me if I got fired before. I'm told no. Because if I ain't made no money off you, then... I mean, technically it was a fire. But anyways, whatever. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs this up if you want more story time videos. And comment down below. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!